Don Stansberry here with Right Now Heating and Air Conditioning, and today we're going to talk about filters. Now you probably asked yourself, where is my filter located? How often should I change my filter? And what size of filter do I need? We're going to cover all those things for you today. First of all, if you're looking to find out where your filter is located at, and we've installed a system for you, the easiest thing to do is look for this sticker. You're going to see it located somewhere near your furnace, and it's going to indicate the size of the filter, and this is the box that the filter's in. Now to change that filter, there's just two clips, real simple. Clip, clip, pull the door off. Notice I'm doing this one-handed, and slide the filter in. Now there's different types of filters that you can purchase for your system. This particular filter that I just inserted in here is a 4-inch pleated filter. Now a 4-inch pleated filter needs to be replaced once every 4 to 6 months, depending on how much dust you have in and outside your home, do you have pets, and how clean you want the air. Because when you change the filter out, you're not only protecting the unit, but you're also protecting your lungs. So the more often that you change your filter, the better off you're going to be, the cleaner the air that you're going to have, the more dust and allergens that are going to be reduced. Now this particular filter that we're looking at here, and you can see on the cover, says it's a 16 by 20 inch filter. What that means is that it is 16 inches by 20 inches. The third number is 4 inches. So once again, that's 16 by 20 by 4. And this filter should be replaced once every 4 to 6 months. Now, if you don't change your filter, what's going to happen? Well, you're going to have dirtier air, and your unit is going to struggle, your furnace. It will struggle if you don't change it. So it's highly encouraged that you keep up with changing this out. This should be the only maintenance that you would be needing to do other than having your annual cleaning done on the system. Now, another option you would have for filters would be a 2-inch filter. Now the 2-inch filter, once again, is 16 inches by 20 inches by 2 inches. It's a thinner filter than the 4-inch, as you can see, quite a bit. It's half as thick, which means that it needs to be changed out in half the amount of time. So you're going to want to replace this probably every 2 to 3 months. Now the cheapest option you're going to have on that is a 1-inch filter. A 1-inch filter, once again, 16 by 20 by 1, should be replaced every 30 to 60 days. And you have the option with our filtering systems on here that you can use either the 4-inch, 2-inch, or 1-inch. So that is totally your preference. If I want to use a 1-inch, I just slide the filter in, put the door on it, and then clip, clip, it's in place. One mistake that I do see some homeowners doing is they'll double up on the filters thinking that they're doing better to filter the air. And it does, but it does too good of a job and actually causes the unit to struggle. So last thing you want to do is double up on filters. One filter is sufficient. You just need to make the choice if you want to use a 1-inch, 2-inch, or 4-inch filter. Now the other thing you're going to see on there is that all the filters have an air direction, a little arrow on it that's going to say which way the air is flowing. Now I don't know if you can see that on there, but it has a little arrow right there. And you'll see this filter has an arrow as well. And this filter has an arrow down here towards the bottom. Now the reason why they put an arrow on the filter is because one side is just going to be plain. The other side is going to have a steel mesh that's going on there, just a real fine mesh. And the purpose of that is if you have any debris that's in the ductwork, so that it doesn't get sucked back into the furnace, this is something that can catch it if it happens to go through the filter. So what we want to do is figure out which way the airflow is going in the ductwork. The easiest way to know is take the arrow and point it towards the furnace. So in this case, I'm looking at the arrow on this one is pointing this direction. The filter rack is on top of the unit, so I'm going to point that arrow towards the furnace. So in this case, arrow is pointing down. I'm going to insert it in here, put the door on the filter rack, and I am good for 30 to 60 days with this type of filter. Now, just like on the 1-inch, if I want to do the 4-inch filter, which is the most common one that we have, I'm going to look for the arrow. I see that the arrow is pointing that direction. Just open the clip, pull the door off, And once again, I'm going to point that arrow towards the furnace. And I put the door back on. Now what if your furnace is not in a position like what we're looking at right here? What if your furnace is in the basement? Well, more than likely, the filter is going to be located on the side of the filter or of the furnace at that point. So what we're going to do is take that arrow and point it towards the furnace. If it's located in the ductwork coming down, the duct that's going in that way, then I'm going to want the arrow pointed down. It always has to go towards the furnace. What if your furnace is in the crawl space or it's in the attic space and that's where you have to go to change the filter? Always point the arrow towards the furnace. Now, if you have any questions on any of this, we're happy to help you out anytime. Call 208-585-5868 and we're happy to assist with that. Hopefully this helps you out with knowing which way the filter goes. Now, there are other options as well. If by chance you don't have this particular type of filtering system on there, you may have what they call a filter grill, where the filter is actually located inside the house at the grill. Now, if you're not finding your filter at the furnace, the other place it could be is at the ductwork. What this is called is a filter grill. You'll see these located in either the ceiling or in the wall. It has a filter that's located inside of it. Very simple. Just a couple clips at the top, has a hinge on the bottom. Swing the filter grill open, pull the filter out, change it, put it back in there. That filter, once again, a 1-inch filter that's located inside here, needs to be replaced once every 30 to 60 days. And there is an arrow on the side of it. Always point the arrow into the grill. Hopefully this helps. If you have any questions, feel free to call the office at any time, 208-585-5868, and we can always talk you through it. Once again, I hope this helps. Have a great day.